Good afternoon, everyone. All right. Listen, we are at Poetry Out Loud 2025. What an awesome event to be a part of on this afternoon. Before we begin, I want to go over a couple of housekeeping things, all right? So I know you're going to probably hear something that's probably going to sound really, really good to you, and you're going to be tempted to yell out or holler out in the middle of someone's poetry performance. However, if you would, limit yourself to snapping during their performance. That way you don't throw off the rhythm of what they are saying. As we begin this afternoon, just a couple of people to introduce to you. Our judges for today are accuracy judges are Mrs. Riley. Well, you can clap now. Miss Robbins and Miss Tatum. Our accuracy judge is Mrs. Jolly. Our score tabulator is Mrs. Fullerton. And our prompter is Miss Gifford. And so, without further ado, we're going to begin our 2025 Poetry Out Loud contest. Our first contestant will be Miss Torian Gammon. Mr. Torian Gammon.
Good afternoon. As he introduced, I'm Torian Gammon, some of y'all may know me. My first poem is called Morning. It's morning. I look in the mirror and I don't know what's staring back at me. The reflections from my eyes only seems to display my flaws. I brush my teeth, I wash my face, praying to watch this anyway. I tossed and turned all night, trouble from the shadows of my life. I put on clothes to try to hide the weariness. I put on my strong face of juxtaposition. I stare into my soul, searching for the answers I don't have. But I do have them for others. I'm blindly silent as I exit my home. As I walk out, I see inconsistent joggers excessively sweating from their run, hyperventilating their high breath, muscles exhausted, feeling so far away from their goals. Undisciplined children sprint and race to their bus stops as their parents try to control the raging energy through their body. The sun kisses greased faces. The wind delicately whispering through long fingers. Shoes scratch against the pavement. And softly crunches lightly iced grass. Smog gently drifts through the morning dawn, polluting our breath with a smile, beautifully lined to our eyes, killing us swiftly with their words. Look to the hill which comes to your hill. Weeping shall endure for the night, but in the morning shall come joy. Where is my morning? This morning does nothing but drown me in my failures. Thank you.
Awesome job, Mr. Gammon. I should have mentioned at the beginning, this is all original poetry. So this is not poetry that you will find somewhere else written. This is poetry that all of our contestants have written. Our second contestant is Miss LaKendria Bogan. She'll be presenting Roses and Razors. Roses and Razors. Let's give it up for LaKendria Boat.
Hi, my name is Kendria, and I keep that my phone is Roses and Razors. She met him under the moonlit sky with tender words and honey lies. His touch was warm, his smile was sweet. She placed her heart beneath his feet. He whispered dreams of velvet tone, told her, promised her that she'd never be alone. She gave her all her soul was bare, while he just toyed, pretending to care. Behind her back, another girl, another name. Each kiss he gave, a poison dart, each I love you, tore her apart. She gave her truth, he fed her doubt. He tore her soft heart inside out. Gaslit flames in every fight. Twisted wrong into his right. But fire still burns when pushed too far. And scars will show us who we are. She found the text, the lipstick stain. Her tears dried up, replaced by pain. A broken vase, a shattered trust. Her love crumbled to dust. She didn't scream, she didn't cry. She just looked at him with a quiet why. He smirked, too proud, too short a run. For love's revenge had just begun. A final kiss, a whispered breath. Silence wrapped the room in death. Now roses bloom where secrets sleep. And she no longer cried or weep. For love's betrayal, the price was grim. She buried her heart right next to him.
Awesome job, LaKendria. Awesome job, awesome job. Roses and Razors. Our next contestant is Miss Marissa Barrentine. Marissa will be coming forth with her poem, The Light Left Her Eyes.
I'm Marissa, and I accidentally submitted the wrong name for the poem. The name of the real poem is called Demise. It's about this girl who's thinking about a relationship, and it's from the point of view of her own conscience. They kind of Pinocchio. Start again. Walking alone at the park at night. You're lonely. You know you just might get desperate. Just press it down, clothe it soon, because we both know you'll need to. Bumping into him will be your demise. Please, be wise. You begin talking. The words just flow, letting him inside of your heart. You know that you'll eventually have to pay. Could he be the one? Could this be the day? You send the cliche messages through the night, hoping he might, just might, reply. He's your demise. Be wise. You sit at the other side of the table, exploring the texture of your palms, turning red inside. He keeps you at ease, his voice soft, his movement slow, but you know he will be your demise. Be wise. The brown boxes sit on your porch, waiting to be picked, just like you once were. Unpacking becoming tiresome and draining, he offers to help. His eyes pure, his tone genuine, your heart racing and your palms sweaty. This man will be your demise. You must be wise. Your hands clasped to your mouth, keeping it silent as he gets on his knee. Better get used to that. You can't do much more than a nod and sob of confirmation. Savor it. Soon you'll crave it. The bright rock on your hand now being the talk of the town, I'm warning you, be wise, for he will be your demise. Now you're in his life, wondering what just happened. All this time flashes before you, feeling like a slap and snap. I told you, didn't I? I told you to be wise. He's your demise. Now he's throwing dishes, far past the sink, into the wall just behind you. He's screaming. His once gentle voice, now boisterous, his words limitless. He will be your end, and it's too late to start again. I tried and I tried to warn you, be wise, for he was your demise. Start again. Now your body lay cold and still, frozen. Your psyche broken and torn, your expression forlorn, his smile of pure malice radiating within your bones. I can bet you want to go home, but it's too late for that now. I tried and I tried to warn you, be wise, for he was your demise. Many a time this I have been through, if only I were the one you listen to, and not his sweet words or open posture, his open eyes or his tall stature. If only you listen, the skin of your son once glistened, now dull and pale. I told you, be wise, for he was your demise. Start again.
Beautiful, beautiful job, Marissa. Beautiful job. And next, what's better than having one poem is probably having two. And so today, Mr. Torian Gammon is going to come back with a second poem. His second poem is entitled Together. Together by Mr. Torian Gammon. Come on.
I'm back. I didn't really explain my first poem. My first poem was Morning. It was a lot of metaphors, but it was primarily about me soaking in the faults of my own. But this next poem is called Together. It's about unrequited love. That gut-wrenching feeling when you pour your all into somebody and they don't reciprocate that energy. I'm sorry, they call me. Together. You confuse me. You want me, but you love him. Mixed signals. Mixed signals are a roller coaster. It goes up, down, around, and crashes. You flirt with me, but you want him. You want me to be your first, yet you love him. I just don't understand. How could a person say such words of pleasure to one and betroth themselves to another? Me and him are the same. But if I asked, I knew you could never explain. Crazy how much two words can change in a life where love is not exchanged. I thought I lost feelings for you. I really could have sworn. But every time I scroll past your Instagram, I can't help but wish that was me, and I am. And it almost is like giving your story a heart is like ripping out a piece of my own. He is better looking than me. I give him that. But even if he wasn't, it would still tear me apart. You know, people always think I have the answers. I don't. But that does not make the questions go away. If anything, it just adds more. What would I give to see if the grass was greener? Another question. They say time heals all wounds. That is a lie. You may move on, make new connections, and I did. But all of that did nothing but lead me right back to you. I always seem to end up with you, dangling a treat above my bound body. As you kiss him, I feel it in my skin, burns from this blistering cold. We're not just friends. Friends don't do this. Friends don't talk the way that we do. Friends don't flirt the way that we do. Friends don't have the passion that we do. You said you want me, and that you thought about us together. But there's no way you thought that if you're with me. You go to sleep on the phone with him. Oh my God. Shh. You go to sleep on the phone with him. And I hope that one night that's me. But these dreams, delusions, do nothing but torture me. They leave me young and torture me, and I continue to let them. Maybe out of hope, maybe out of lust. Maybe it was easier to let it run its course, rather than to confront the problem, which is that I am alone. I regret our relationship sometimes. Not because of you, because I just wish that things ended differently. But the funny part is, after all the pain, after all the anguish, after all the sorrow, I still wish that it ended with us standing here together instead of just together. Thank you.
Well, I can tell that one touched some people's souls. Very good job, very good job. Our next contestant is Cameron Gibson. I'm sorry, I apologize. That's me, that's the MC. Glasses going out. That's our next contestant is Miss Janelle Davis. Janelle will be coming forth with her poem entitled A New Me. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hey, okay. So basically, the poem is a reflection of me and my mental health doing ups and downs during the school year. So this is my poem. Considering that I've never been seen as normal, some might say I've been a little bipolar.
Having a sense of realism is scary, knocking down pins in my life like a kobold. But one little thing that keeps me down, my anxiety, my depression keeps rolling around. Can never stop the panic that keeps me awake as I look to the heavens asking for a break. As I get down on my knees, hands flat on the floor, I look up to the sky as the sky settles the storm. Our Father who art thou in heaven, the prayer spilling like from my lips like a rushing wave. I ask of you to take it all away. The pain, the heartbreak, the burden of my weight. I'm so tired of waking up and it all being the same. As I get up my shaky legs, feeling refreshed, reborn. Never in my life have I let the devil keep me torn. And it took some time, but now I'm finally free, happy in my own skin and my body cheap. But I feel the whisper in my past, sticking to me like an evil twin, knowing if I go back, it will always continue to win. But I push that shadow away, run into the one who actually sees, to my smile, my heart,
Very good job, Janelle. Very, very excellent job. You know, a good poet always keeps a number of collections in their catalog. And so with that being said, we're going to be graced one more time with Mr. Torian Gagnon. This poem is entitled Home.
I know I should sit down, but I'm not going to. This poem is called Home. My other two poems were about things that I did go through in life. But this one, it's about me finding a home within myself rather than depending on other people to do that for me. Home. They say you cannot love someone without loving yourself first. That is a lie. Home. The breathtaking reflection of God's love for me. You make me forget how much I hate everything. School, people, work, myself. You are a constant reminder of the authenticity of God. He made you to be perfect for me. You make me smile from my heart and warm the cold crevices of my mind. You are the intimate chamber I call home. Loving you takes all the love that I didn't know how to give myself and directs it back to me. Loving you makes me realize the potential in my own soul. Loving you makes me realize that I'm as not as terrible as a person as I thought. Loving you makes me realize loving you makes me want to love all, even the things that hates me. I've been through hell, but this love revives me like heaven. I have died so many times, and the mere hope of this love revives me every time. Loving you will not heal me, but will be the manual to me loving myself. I love you enough to want to love me too. A chair is still a chair, but a house is not a home. You are my home. May I come home?
Excellent job yet again, Cameron. So, Tori, eventually I will get to you, Cameron. Now it is time for Cameron to come forward. Cameron Gibson will be presenting his poem, Cry Under the Rain.
Hello there, my name is Cameron Gibson. I really made this poem on a whim because I heard a really cool phrase. So here my poem, Cries Under the Rain. My child, allow the drops of the rain to wash away the troubles of the day. Allow the raindrops to hide away the tears that streak your face. Let this anger, the sadness, the pain, all dissipate with the clouds. But for now, my child, scream. Let your rage, let all you've been holding back onto, all that you've been holding in, all that you've been holding back, let it all out. Let your rage and your tears mold into the storm. While no one can see, when no one will hate. Let my child cry, for in the rain no one can see your tears. No one will judge your tears. No one will disrespect them. And once the sky clear, let your mind be clear as well. And when the sun shines, let your smile represent the sun. For when it shines, you will as well.
Excellent job, Cameron. Excellent job. Our next contestant will be Miss Xavier Jenkins. She'll be coming forth this time with pop culture. Pop culture. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes.
Hey, sorry about earlier. This poem, Pop Culture, is about the gun violence that is prevalent in our community, especially with us being near Memphis, and kind of like the culture that's perpetuated in the media. And yeah. A mother receives a call from the morgue informing her that her son has been caught between the crossfires of insecurity and pride. A suit bought to send him off to prom, now the tape sealing his brown body as he is boxed up and shipped to an underground warehouse surrounded by slain souls who face a similar fate. Let's talk about the pop culture in our community. The culture that strikes fear into you and me anytime we see a guy in a ski mask walking down the street. The culture that sends stupid suburban sons under white sheets because they want to be like young boy instead of being young boys and end up like Biggie dead in the middle of the street. I'm sorry, y'all. I had it and I did it. Young boys running around trying to be YNs when they're really illiterate and need to pick up a pen. And I don't mean bake. Worried about having on bake and accidentally making babies who they don't live to see because they want to flash their fake blickies and end up with a bullet in it. So focused on the designer tag that the one they end up with is on their body bag. We riot in the streets for reparations we will never receive, but refuse to repair the wrecked reality we live in. We are our own assailants. We are the killers of our brothers and sisters because we stand amidst the violence and silence, saying nothing but a brief prayer and thank you to God that it wasn't us. We need to get guns off the streets. We need to stop glamorizing grief. We need to put down our phones trying to capture every violent moment we see and pick up a mirror. As a community, we need to be the change we want to see. We say quiet as suns slink around, ready to strap anyone down, trading futures for street fame. Shooting for clouts, but never making it out. Mothers stitching grief into black dresses, fathers flinching at every ring of the phone, knowing that it is either jail or a gravestone. And the system smiles, watching us clean up the mess with our own blood. Top culture, more like the soundtrack to our sorrow. Drill beats drum like heart monitors. The lyrics preaching power while preaching death. Our culture has become a eulogy looped in the chorus of a song that desensitizes us to pain and destruction. We dance to it and call it a vibe. And I'm tired of watching boys born with stars in their eyes burn out under street lights because what they were taught is not to survive. We can't keep hashtagging the fallen while the living go unnoticed. We walk around with slogans on hoodies but refuse to open our mouths when the next voice slides through the cracks. We need fathers in the home, not RIP through phones. We need counseling in schools, not candles on corners. We need mentors, not martyrs. Truth, not traumas. Healing, not hashtags. Because the real enemy doesn't always look like you. Because the real enemy doesn't always have on a badge. Sometimes he looks like you. Sometimes he looks like me. Sometimes he calls you bruh before he shoots you dead. And if we don't rise and rewrite this verse, our kids will inherit a hook with no chorus, a name with no future, a grave with no purpose, a culture with no meaning. This is more than a poem. This is a plea. Put down the guns, pick your people up, and let pop culture stand for something other than pain.
Great job, Xavier. Great job. Our next contestant is Jayla Hayes. Jayla Hayes will be coming forth with her poem, Drowning. Let's give her a round of applause.
Okay, hi queens. Okay, hi queens and kings, of course. I'm Jayla Hayes, and my poem is about academic. It's kind of about academic validation, and it's called Drowning. Okay. Sorry.
You get your paper back in class. It's an F. That's not what it used to be. You're drowning. You're not sure how to react. Your eyes filled with tears. You can't breathe. You're drowning. You hear the voice in your head telling you that you'll never be enough. This only happens when you're drowning. You tried to avoid it. You said you wouldn't let it grab you. But now the waves are taking you under and you can't breathe. You're drowning. You stopped paying attention to class a long time ago. It's never really made sense, so I mean, what's the point? But when you stopped paying attention, you started to sink. You want to fight, but your body is so exhausted that it feels good to just let go. You know that you're drowning, but you can't decipher whether it's in your tears or in the ocean. But you just know that you can't breathe. I mean, you've always drowned before. Every year it seems like. But this time, you've gone deeper than usual. But maybe you're okay with that. Maybe you're okay with not getting out. As you finally take a deep breath and let the water fill your lungs as you reach out to the surface one last time.
Great job, Jayla. Our next contestant is Cheryl Ann Newman with Secrets Untold. Let's give her a hand.
My name is Cheryl Ann Newman, and this poem is about essay and what I've been through like a month ago. And just to spread around awareness to all the ladies who have been, or males who have been too scared to speak out about it. In shadows, evil whispers fade. A teenage girl is silent stayed. With eyes so bright, a spirit bold, yet held within was pains untold. One fateful night, beneath the moon's glow, a trust betrayed by someone she knows. Silence screams her heart did bleed, but darkness spoke no ear would heed. She wore her shame like heavy chains in crowded halls and left her remains. Too young, they said, with vacant stares, not real, they claimed, those who don't care. Her truth fell soft against cold ground like autumn leaves without sound. Each tear that dropped, a story spilled, yet hope receded without fulfilled. Friends turned their backs as rumors spread wide. We're just kids, they laughed, it couldn't be denied. Loneliness wrapped her like a shroud. She fought through the fog of a skeptical crowd. Days turned into months in this aching game, carrying wounds that felt too much shame. For each time she tried to voice her despair, the world shut its door with an indifferent glare. But still, she gathered remains of light, taking small steps for darkness to fight. Her story, a seed planted deep in her soul, hoping one day she'll claim herself whole. So listen close to the hearts left unheard. Stand firm against lies with your own chosen words. Believe those who suffer beneath silent scars, together we'll rise, we'll reach for the stars. No more shall victims endure alone and strive, we'll speak out for justice and honor their life. Our voices united can break every chain, for those who have been silenced must never feel shame. And strength may be found what the lost could not see, that healing begins when we all dare to believe.
Good job, Shirley Ann. Good job. Our next contestant is Lyric Thomas. Lyric will be coming to us with her poem entitled, Are Dreams Just Dreams?
My name is Lyric Thomas, and my poem is mainly about, I've always wanted to be like a singer or actress, because that's mainly what my whole life I grew up on. So this is about me doubting myself, which is, my poem is called Are My Dreams Just Dreams?
Ever since I was little, I wanted to be known for a talent. I wanted to make an impact in the world where people would say, well, I would walk in the street and people would say, who's that girl? I wanted to be up on stage, doing something I loved and not being forced to work at a job like a grave I dug. I wanted my job to be something I enjoyed, something I could work on for hours and never be annoyed. I wanted to buy them all their dream cars and houses so they never have to pay for bills again. Heck, I want money to be my best friend, but if someone had to ask, if you could do anything in life, what would it be? I would say I would want to be on Broadway. I would want to go on tour and perform for over 1,000 people a day, sign autographs and make people's day better just by saying, hey, I want little girls to look up to me and hold open the door for people that don't have the key. People say I can do it and heck, I really want to try, but in the back of my mind, there's always this voice saying, that's not realistic. You see, to be on Broadway, you have to have motivation. You have to be cameralistic and artistic. You have to keep going until your body says so, but you can't give up after just one no. You have to be the person that they feel like fits the stage, but you also have to take the character and not make the play feel like a cage. You have to be so good, you make them cry, laugh, and smile, making their time and their money worthwhile. Oh, sorry. When I go home, I want to go to sleep knowing that my dreams have come true, wondering what more in the world could I do, but I'm not there yet. I'm still in school, barely making it through. These days, my stress and my overthinking, Lord, what will I do? Do I listen to my heart and go after a dream people have been trying out for years, or do I work at a realistic job, fighting back my tears? Go to college and be a vet. You'll make more money in 7 years, I bet. Broadway is only for the best, so I'm hoping I could be like the rest. So with the voice in my head holding me back, the confidence I lack, and the people telling me it's not what I'm meant to do. When I make it, unlock the door, I'm coming through to make all those unrealistic dreams come true. Thank you.
Great job, Lyric. Great job. Great job. Our next contestant is Nadia Hardy. Nadia will be coming to us with her poem entitled Waves. Waves. Let's give Nadia a hand.
I'm about like 5'5", but you know. About like 5'5", but you know, I'm like, but it's cool. Hey, my name is Nadia Simone Hardy. This poem I wrote, it's a little dark. I didn't think I would write something like this, but yeah. Unexpected grief. The emotional experience of grief. Following an emotion. Not anticipated or expected. This is usually characterized as waves. A year ago, I was not able to give a definition, nor was I able to link any of my emotions that I felt during that time to this. But yeah, I can feel the waves inside of me. But yeah, I can feel the waves inside of me, pulling in. It's okay, now you can come. My bad. But yeah, I can feel the ocean inside of me pulling and working itself with all of its energy. I can feel my bones pressing, crucifying itself, while muscles tensing, tightening, sitting tight for this next rise. It's a pulse of height that makes me feel lower than anything. puts bricks of shame and regret on my back while words come in my head. I could have saved her. I watched her step foot in her own pool of despair and trap herself there. I watched her ties rising till there was no more of her. Spit inside of my stomach empty and her blood on my hands I can't wash off. An emotion that I never found inside has poured its way inside of me, overflowing, flunking, embracing all of its strength on me. The wave that I bear not to feel has struck inside of me, caressing and seeking to destroy every last piece of me in sight, leaving no bone, no muscle left unhidden. I'm left with my own isolated cyclone.
Great job, Nadia. We actually have two separate sections of today, and so our last contestant of our first section is Xavier Jenkins, again with another original poem, and she's going to bring us Jokes.
Okay, hey y'all. So this poem is about how a lot of people's humor kind of leads to negative thoughts and eventually suicide for some people. And I do hope this hits home for some people in here because I know it might not seem like it to you, but your little laughs and your jokes and your giggles when people are trying to share a piece of themselves with you all really does hurt. Also, I do need a bit of crowd work with this, so at the beginning of my poem, for those of y'all who would be willing to participate, I'm going to say a series of phrases that end with the word joke, and I just need you to give me like a little laugh. It doesn't have to be real, it can be a fake, whatever. I just need something. Fat joke. Broke joke. Emo joke. Race joke. Rape joke. Gay joke. Suicide. Suicide. I thought we were having a good time. I mean, it was just a joke. See, the thing about jokes is they're supposed to send their spectators into a fit of laughter, not to their coffin fits. Every edgy joke you make pushes someone closer to their edge. Every good time is the end of someone's line. Your fat joke flops like a belly on water, makes someone sink further into an ocean of insecurity. It's almost fitting. You call them a whale. You must be Ahab, and they're your Moby Dick. Minus the whole leg tearing shtick. Your words prick like harpoons, scraping wounds that release a new wave of self-hatred. What was said, now forever engraved in their head. Your broke joke tears through confidence like a torn t-shirt. Each word removing an already tattered piece from another one of your takedowns, leaving your victim bare-chested, heart exposed with all their woes. You've shared the reality of their life with the whole world, and now every step feels like an echo of poverty they didn't choose. As if walking is a crime for those who can't afford more than Walmart soles and socks with holes. Your race joke lands like a slap across generations, echoing in the bones of ancestors who bled in fields, fought in streets, marched through fire so their children wouldn't be defined by the color of the skin you've made into a punchline. You speak in stereotypes, then call it edgy. You say your dark humor fits the dark complexion you are mocking, but you forget that culture isn't a costume and trauma isn't your setup. You mimic accents like they aren't wrapped in history, like you don't hear the blood tripping in your rhythm. Your rape joke isn't edgy, it's invasive. It crawls under skin like the memory that can't be scrubbed off. You call it dark humor, but to its victims, it's just darkness. No light, no laugh, just that one night playing on loop behind eyelids. They've been trying to sew themselves whole again, and your joke rips a fresh seam. Your gay joke crashes like a metal bat through a closet door. Someone was barely brave enough to crack open. It forces silence back down their throat where their voice was just learning to live. You laugh like it's nothing, but they carry that nothing like a target on their back. Every slur in your setup is a shove, a threat, a bruise waiting to happen. You say no offense, but you offend by existing in ignorance. Your emo joke lands softly on the wrists of someone frail who's been sketching ways to exit like a ship setting out to sail. Your words like a gentle breeze, the easiest weather to send themselves on. You to them are a sunny day in the way that a sunburnt sailor would see and decide it's time to speed up the course of the voyage, forcing it to come to an early end and dock at the river Styx. And you try to make suicide a joke with a ha-ha, I'm gonna kill myself punchline, delivered with a razor-sharp smile. Your lines cut into the minds of the quiet ones who don't laugh because they have a plan. They've written a note, mapped out a time. They don't see comedy in the cliff's edge. They find comfort in finality, finally freeing themselves from your phonetics. You make identities a punchline. Your words are like sticks and stones. Your tongue carving trauma into the bones of people whose lives you could never know. You prey on fear and pain with nothing to gain but freedom from your own shame. Seek help instead of subjecting others to the helplessness you feel. Be real. You only make jokes because you're scared of addressing how you truly feel. Scared of your insecurities, scared of how you're perceived, scared of others' freedom to just be. And deep down, I'm sure you know, picking on other people's realities will never fix the person you choose to be. So please, before you pack another punchline, before you edge your words into the permanence of someone's death, before you make another joke, think before you speak.
Excellent job, excellent job, excellent thoughts of words. That concludes the first half of our Poetry Out Loud contest. We have a small break for our judges to tally up the scores real quickly. That way we can move along with the second half very swiftly. During this time, if you'd like to, I'll sing you a song. Hello everyone, we're back. And to everyone in Michael, we're in the second half of our round of poetry, and we're doing the spoken word this time. We have 3 contestants for our spoken word poem. Our first one will be Theodore Lipscomb with A Psalm of Life by Henry Longfellow.
Alright, so this poem is about like life, how you're supposed to move on and not worry about things in the past, or like how you can just move forward, think about the good things in life. And then it's called A Psalm of Life. Tell me not more phenomenal, life really is a dream. I'm so into this and the things are going to face on. Life is real, life is earned in the grave, not in gold. That's not art to this turn, you're not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment, not sorrow, is our destiny way. But to act any small part of training today. Art is long, time is fleeting. In our heart, those start and wave. Still like more from drums and beating. Funeral marches to the grave. in the world's broad field of battle in the biblical life. Be not like gun-driven cattle, be your hero sharp. Trust no future, however pleasant. Look the past, bury its dead. Act in the living present. In heart within, God overhead. Lives of great men all around us. We can make our lives again. In the property behind us. Footprints on the same time. Footprints that perhaps another. Sailing over life's all man. A full-on shipwreck. Rather, sin shall take heart again. Let us then be up and do in the heart-feeling faith. Still achieving. Still pursuing. Long slavery. On the twist.
Great job, Theodore. Our second contestant is Kylie Thomas. Kylie Thomas will be coming with a poem entitled "The View from Halfway Down" by Allison Tapper.
Hi, my name is Kylie Thomas. I'm going to keep this quick because I'm sure y'all are anxious to get out of here. I'm going to be reading The View from Halfway Down by Allison Tackle. It's about suicide. If you're sensitive about that, cover your ears. Cool? Let's go. All right. The weak breeze whispers nothing. The water screams sublime. His feet shift, teeter-totter. Deep breath, stand back. It's time. Toes untouch the overpass. Soon he's water-bound. Eyes locked shut, but peek to see the view from halfway down. A little wind, a summer sun, a river rich and regal. A flood of fond endorphins brings a calm that knows no equal. You're floating now. You see things much more clear than from the ground. It's all okay. It would be, were you not now halfway down. Thrashed to break from gravity, what now could slow the drop? All I'd give for toes to touch the safety back at top. But this is it, the deed is done, silence drowns the sound. Before I leap, I should have seen the view from halfway down. I really should have thought about the view from halfway down. I wish I could have known about the view from halfway down. Thank you.
Great job, Kylie, and I didn't see anyone cover their ears. Our last contestant in the spoken word section is Lyric Thomas. Lyric will be coming with a poem entitled "I Heard a Fly Buzz When I Died" by Emily Dickerson.
My poem is called "I Heard a Fly Buzz When I Died" by Emily Dickerson. I heard a fly buzz when I died. The stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air. Between the heaves of the storm, the eyes around had wrung them dry, and their breaths gathered firm. For the last onset, when the king be witnessed in the room, I willed my keepsake, signed away a part of me to be assignable. And then there was a fly with a blue, uncertain, stumbling buzz between the lights and me. And then the windows failed, and I could not see to see. Thank you.
Great job. And that concludes our Poetry Out Loud contest. If you all wouldn't mind giving a round of applause to all of our contestants on today. due to a time constraint, we are actually going to announce the winners on tomorrow. We're going to announce the winners on tomorrow because we are running behind on time. So at this current moment, mostly everyone but my class brought their belongings with them. So you'll stay